Dear food pilgrims, if you love paella, it's time to experience an authentic Fideua. I may get in trouble for saying this, but I'm an even bigger fan of this seafood and noodle dish than the original Spanish paella. It's remarkably delicious and all the cooking principles are exactly the same, yet very fine pasta noodles are used instead of the rice. If you can't find these in your area, the tiny elbow pasta shapes can be used instead, and they're a perfectly common variation here in Spain.
Today I'm at home reporting from the island of Mallorca. Late May and already heaving with tourists. And to find anything half decent today, I need to flee the seafront hordes of holidaymakers and head, as always, to where the locals and workers take lunch. Today to El Cruce restaurant for a seafood Fideua. Now, keen followers of Pete's Pans will know that the Fideua first came into existence at Gandia on the mainland near Valencia. Slight variations on the original recipe are perfectly acceptable, mussels being a common addition. This Fideua is very good, but today I'm aiming to elevate the Fideua to world-class levels. Unfortunately, there's no quaint fisherman's market around here, so the supermarket will have to do. Monkfish are as ugly as sin, but they have a very firm flesh, ideal for rice or Fideua cookery, and the huge head makes a delicious stock, also being crucial for these dishes. So here's what you'll need for a world-class Fideua: squid or cuttlefish. Mussels are not part of the original Gandian recipe, but so widely used everywhere else that we don't want to be more royalist than the king. These lovely prawns are essential, though in the original Gandian version, langoustines can also be used. These are the fine Spanish noodles, commonly used in soups too. I'll leave a link below. And here are the vegetables for the typical Spanish sofrito, the long-cooked, flavorful vegetable base. Top quality Spanish pimentón, sweet pepper powder, regular paprika is fine, and saffron. The first step then is to divide the monkfish, head for stock and half the tail for the dish itself. The head and bones of any whitefish can be used for stock, yet the flesh of most fish will be unsuitable as not firm enough and is likely to disintegrate. As so often I refer to the writing of Josep Lledenosa from La Cuina Catalana, Catalan cooking, who suggests sweating the stock vegetables a few minutes in olive oil before adding the fish and moistening with water. Another good idea is to use the skins of the tomatoes that will be used later in the sofrito, the vegetable reduction. Stir the fish head around a minute or two, then just cover with water. 20 minutes to half an hour at a gentle simmer is plenty. Enough extra virgin olive oil to cover the bottom of the pan. Fry, but don't go too far as we want them al dente. The squid is sautéed until starting to turn golden. The monkfish is given a quick fry. Remember, the monkfish is absolutely optional, and it's better not to use any fish at all than use the more delicate varieties. There'll be more than enough flavour from the other seafood ingredients. Now, taking advantage of this highly flavourful oil, the sofrito is prepared, starting with onion and green pepper. Salt helps them soften. Garlic a little later. Tomatoes are grated. Pimenton is stirred around just for a few seconds to lightly toast. Tomato straight on top so it doesn't burn. The sofrito is cooked down extremely gently. Half an hour or more of slow, patient reduction is ideal. Meanwhile, the cleaned and seasoned mussels are opened by steaming with a little water. The upper shell is removed. The mussel juice can be used to extend the cooking time of the sofrito for even more intensity of flavour. When thick and jammy, saffron, fish and the squid. Stir over a medium flame for a couple of minutes to blend the flavours. For 3 people, about 300 grams of fideos. That's 3.5 generous fistfuls. Lightly toast them and add the carefully measured boiling stock. Stir to even things out, but from this point in, avoid any more stirring. Full heat, a rolling boil for 8 minutes. As the stock thickens, check the seasoning. Add a drop more stock if you notice it's drying up too quickly. Avoid stirring at all costs. The noodles must lie perfectly flat in the pan, like so. After 8 minutes, turn the heat down to a gentle simmer. Arrange the prawns and the mussels and cook gently, or place in the oven preheated to 180 degrees 350 Fahrenheit for 4 minutes, so the total cooking time is about 12 minutes. Remove from the heat, cover with a cloth or newspaper and allow to rest for 5 minutes. So these tremendous flavours of the sea to be enjoyed with a chilled bottle of Spanish white or cava. Wow. Some of us like a squeeze of lemon. Please hit like if you're tempted to give this tremendous, authentic Fideua a go. Even if I say so myself, a truly world-class Fideua. Please do subscribe to Pete's Pans for many more authentic traditional dishes cooked on location in the provinces of France, Spain and Portugal. Buen provecho.